Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all. What are we feeling like this morning? That was a big expel of air. Whatever I dish out. All right, let's start in child's pose today. If your knees will allow it. If you have any issues with the knees, maybe just lay on the back instead. But you can choose whether your knees are together, your knees are apart. And if the body's a little tight and the head doesn't want to quite come all the way down to the ground, make a little pillow with your hands and rest the head there. And just start to relax. Let gravity pull those hips down. Starting to direct the breath in and out through your nose. Try to maintain a relaxed jaw. Allowing the pull of gravity to draw the hips closer to the heels. Notice the gentle rounding of your spine in this pose. How deeply can you now breathe? Breathing in so deeply that the belly fills, the rib cage expands, and the collarbones gently rise. So you're coming into that three-part full yogic breath. And just start to sway the hips a little bit from side to side. Notice what you're feeling through the low back, through the front of the hips. Let your hips travel back to center. Start to reach your hands forward away from you. Crawl your fingers as far forward as they possibly can go. Open your hands to a shoulder distance. Good. As you inhale, look between your palms. As you exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Try to maintain shoulder distance with those hands and then melt the torso down. Good. As you inhale, lift the head, look between the hands, and come back to center. Walk your hands over to the left and release. Good. As you inhale, lift the head, look between the hands, and bring your hands back onto your mat. Curl those fingers a little bit further if you can, melting the chest down and letting the head come down. Good. On your next inhale, just pull yourself up to your hands and your knees, coming into your table pose. Let your toes curl under. Draw that low belly gently in. Slide the knees back a little bit away from those hands so you're lengthening the sides of your body here in your table. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and on an inhale, lift your knees 1 inch off the ground. Try to keep that upper back really strong. So keep pressing the space between the shoulder blades towards the sky. So just 1 inch off the ground. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, set your knees down and untuck your toes. Inhale, the chin and the tailbone begin to lift. Hold here in this first cow pose. Press your chest through the upper arms. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Take one more inhale. Stretch it back a little further as you exhale. Start to draw the tailbone down as you tuck the chin. Round your back. Pull the belly in. Good. Let's inhale, lift the tailbone and the chin, open the throat. Exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, round the back. And just do a couple more. Move at the pace of your own breath. Keep spreading your fingers wide and keep gripping with those fingerprints. Let's do one more inhale and one more exhale. And then come to a neutral table. Step your right foot in between your hands. Step your left foot in between your hands. Bend the knees and just let your whole torso hang now. So just come into a ragdoll forward bend. So the heels and the toes are equally taking the weight. Give the head a little shake as though saying no. Let it come back to center and just nod the head yes, up and down. And then relax the head completely. Just let it hang. Keeping that bend in the knees. Grab a hold of your elbows with your opposite hand. And start to sway your upper body from side to side. So you're trying to move your whole torso, not just the arms, side to side. And then swaying back to center. Release a hold of your elbows. Keep that deep bend in your knees and start to slowly roll up and try to take several breaths to come to standing. One vertebra at a time, stacking through the low back, into that mid back. Nice and slow as you come into the upper back, start to straighten out the legs, roll the shoulders back and down the spine. Take a comfortable stance with those feet. Rotate the palms open. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a full inhale and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Turn your palms out, lead with the chest and fold all the way down. Inhale, look forward, lengthening your spine, and now plant your hands on the earth and step back to the top of a push-up. Remembering that your plank pose can be done from on the toes. It can also be done from on the knees. So try not to collapse between your shoulder blades here. Puff up the upper back just a little bit. Draw the low belly up and in. Good. Inhale, look slightly forward. Exhale, lower with control. Curl into your cobra. Hold this one. So try to let it be your back muscles pulling you up rather than the strength of your arms. Your hands are behind your shoulders. Elbows hugging in. Take another inhale. Come up just a little higher. And then set your forehead down. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, press back up to plank. And let's lift up to downward dog. And as you come into this first downward dog, walk those heels up and down a few times. Good, and then press both heels down at the same time, pushing the chest back. Good, separate your fingers as much as you possibly can. Grip with those hands. Inhale up onto the toes, soft knees, look forward and let your feet come forward to your hands. Inhale, come up to a flat back, looking out in front of you, and exhale, fold chest to thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up, palms come together, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Swan dive forward as you exhale. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Plant your hands, exhale to the top of a push-up. Keep lifting through the low belly, pushing the earth away through both hands. Inhale, look slightly forward. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, cobra. Tops of the feet are heavy, the kneecaps are lifted. Elbows hugging in, shoulders stay down. Keeping the hips on the ground, inhale just a little higher and lower your forehead, tuck your toes. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And breathe. Lengthen your spine, lift your hips to the sky. Pressing those heels down towards the ground. Keep pressing through those hands, pushing the earth away from you. Good. On your next inhale, rise to the toes, soften the knees, look forward, and let your feet come forward to your hands. Inhale, look out in front of you, long spine. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, look forward. Plant your hands on the ground. Step back to the top of a push-up. Look forward as you inhale. Lower with control as you exhale. Send the chin forward as you lift through the back of the head and breathe. Feet are heavy. Try to relax the glutes here just a little bit. Take another inhale, coming up just a little higher, and then lower your forehead, tuck your toes. Inhale, top of a push-up, and back to downward dog. Good, the big toes are slightly turned in, feet are parallel to one another. Good, on your inhale, let your right leg lift up behind you. Flex your foot, spread your toes. Try to level your hips out as best you can, keeping that right hip down. Inhale onto your left toes. Exhale, lower your left heel down. Inhale, lift onto the toes. Exhale, press the heel down. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, press the left heel down. Now inhale, lift the right leg just a little higher and take a big step forward with that right foot. Good, so as you walk the right foot out to the right, wiggle that left foot back as far as it'll go. Rise to the pads of the fingers, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, bend deeply into that right knee. Get the knee right over the ankle. Good, try to pull the heart forward. Try to press that left heel back behind you, breathing. Good, take another deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand to the inside edge of the foot, walk your hands around to the left and pigeon toe your feet one leg's length apart. Look out in front of you now as you inhale and fold as you exhale. Plant your hands shoulder distance apart. Walk those hands back as you pull yourself through those legs. If the elbows begin to bend, keep those elbows hugging into shoulder distance as well. Try to have just as much weight in your toes as you have back in your heels. Good. On your next inhale, lift the chest, walk the hands forward. Exhale, come back around to the top of your mat. Turn your right toes out, plant both palms, step back to downward dog. Lift those hips high and push the chest back. And on the inhale, lift the left leg slowly up. Level out your hips, spread your toes. Good. See if you can inhale up onto the right toes now and press the right heel down. Inhale, lift onto the toes. Exhale, lower the heel. Inhale, onto the toes. Exhale, lower the heel. Now inhale, lift the left leg a little higher and then big step forward with that left foot. We wiggle the right foot back as far as we can. Drop into that low, deep runner's lunge. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe deeply. Draw the shoulders gently down, away from the ears. Try to press that right leg as straight as you can. Keep gripping with those fingerprints and take another inhale. Exhale, left hand to the inside edge of the left foot. Walk your hands around to the right. Turn your left toes in and pigeon toe your feet. Inhale, look forward, lengthening your spine. Take a grip on your big toes this time. Pull yourself down. Good, so keep bringing weight into your toes. Lift the hips up to the sky. Pull the crown of the head down towards the earth. Good. As you inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release those big toes. Come back around to the front of your mat. Left toes turn out. Plant both palms. Step back to downward dog. Good. Push through those hands, elongate your spine. Inhale onto the toes, soft knees, look forward, and exhale, bring your feet forward. Inhale, take the flat back. Take a grip on the back of your legs now and pull yourself down. If the elbows bend, flare them out, pull the shoulders back, away from the ears. Try to let your toes take just as much weight as your heels. Relax the head. Try to straighten the legs as much as you can, pulling your chest towards those thighs. Good. Release your hands to the earth. Crawl your fingers forward, away from your toes, lengthening the chest up and away from the earth. Separate your hands to shoulder distance. Press down into your right foot, and on an inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Flex that left foot and spread the toes. So keep lifting your chest away from the ground, sending the crown of the head out towards the river. Press your left heel straight back. Good. Take another inhale, lift the left leg higher. Exhale, lower the left foot down. Inhale and lift the right leg up. Keep elongating your spine. So lift the chest away from the ground. Keep your hips level. Try to keep those right toes pointing down to the ground. Inhale that right leg even higher. Exhale, lower your right foot down. Bring your big toes together. Lift your heels as you bend your knees and sit all the way down towards those heels. So come up to your toes, feet are together, knees point forward. Do you have the ability to bring your hands up onto your thighs? Trying to bring the shoulders back over those hips. Maybe you have the ability to bring your hands to your heart. Balancing here, up on those toes. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, release your fingers back down to the ground. Lower your heels down as you straighten your legs and fold over those legs. Good. Let's inhale, lift the chest up away from the earth. Crawl those fingers forward just a bit. Push into your right foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And now start to lift your left hip up higher than your right. Try to point your left toes out to the west. As you stack the hips, spread those toes. Good. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, square off your hips, lower your left foot next to your right, and inhale, lift your right leg up. Start to lift your right hip up. Stack it on top of that left. Flex that right foot. Try to spread the toes. Take another inhale. Exhale, square the hips, and lower that right foot down. Inhale, look out in front of you. Take a grip on the back of your legs. Pull the torso towards the legs. Relax your head. Good. As you inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, bring your fingers to the earth. Bring your feet together. Little space between the heels. Come onto your tiptoes and sit down onto those heels once again. Elongate the spine. Do you need the fingers? Maybe they can leave the ground, come to the thighs, come to the heart. Maybe come all the way up to the very top of the head. Focus the eyes, use your drishti. Stretching our toes. Whether the hands are on the ground or your hands have left the earth, finding that stretch. Take another inhale. Exhale, release your hands back to the ground. Start to lift the hips away from the heels, lowering your heels down. Fold chest to thighs. Good. Inhale, lift the chest, crawl those fingers forward, a little bit away from those feet. Push into your right foot. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Stack the hips, left over right now. Do you need the left hand for support? Can your left hand come to your left hip so you can stack your shoulders? Keep flexing that left foot, spreading the toes. Can you reach those left fingers up towards the sky? Chest turning to the left, palm of the left hand open to the left. Keep those right toes pointing straight ahead. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, bring those left fingers down. Square off your hips. Bring your right arm out to the right. Can you look at your right thumb? On an inhale, can you start to lift that right arm up? Spiraling your chest now, open to the right, revolving your half moon here. Take another deep breath in and lower the right arm down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands back and fold towards that right leg. Lift that left leg up behind you. Good. Take another inhale. Lift the left leg even higher. Exhale, lower the left foot next to the right. Inhale, look out in front of you. Take a grip on the back of the legs and gently pull yourself down. Good. Release the hold of the legs, hands on the earth. Crawl those fingers forward as we prepare for our left side Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Stack the hips, right over left. Rise up to those left fingerprints. Keep lifting the chest away from the earth. Can you bring your right hand to your right hip? Roll that right shoulder back. Can you float those right fingers up towards the sky? Keep flexing that right foot and spreading those toes. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, let your right hand come down and just square off your hips. Take your left arm now out like a wing. Look out at that thumb and inhale, start to lift that left arm up. Turning your chest open to the left. Keep that right hip up, level with the left one. Good, take one more inhale. Exhale, lower the left arm down. Walk your hands back and fold towards that left leg. Breathe. Good, let's inhale that right leg a little higher. Exhale, lower the right foot down next to the left. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold. Good, inhale, look out in front of you. Plant both your palms now on your yoga mat. Step, walk, or hop back to the top of a push-up. Plank pose, shoulders over wrists, lift through the low belly. Good, inhale, look slightly forward, lower slowly with control. Send the chin forward as you lift through the back of the head, toes untuck, feet are heavy. Pull your chest towards the water. Relax the shoulders down. Good, pressing into those palms, fingers are gripping. Can you come up a little higher in your cobra now? So make sure your hips stay on the ground. The elbows are bent. Shoulders are down. Take one more deep breath in and lower yourself down on the exhale. Make a little pillow by stacking your palms. Lie on your left ear. Let your big toes touch and your heels fall out to the sides. And just take a couple deep breaths here. Relaxing. Good, let's come into our Sphinx pose. So you're gonna come up onto your forearms. Try to have your elbows right underneath your shoulders. And if having your elbows underneath your shoulders is causing your shoulders to hunch up around your ears, slide those hands just a little further ahead. Pull your chest now through the upper arms. Lift through the crown of the head and now close your eyes. Breathe deeply and slowly. Try to really elongate the spine. Elongate your breath. Good. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, widen the elbows, lower the chest, make a pillow with the hands, turn your head to the left, let your big toes touch, let your heels fall apart. Wiggle those hips a few times, and then relax the low back. Good. Place your forehead to your yoga mat with your hands on either side of your chest. And then slide your hands back maybe an inch or so. Separate your feet to a comfortable hip distance. Tops of the feet are heavy. Slowly push into your palms and begin to straighten your arms. And once you've straightened your arms, check to make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. So adjust the hands as needed. So pressing into the tops of the feet, you have the ability to lift your knees off the ground. If it's too much, set the knees back down. Keep lifting upwards through the crown of the head. Keep pulling the chest gently through those arms. Go ahead, take another deep breath in. Lower your knees, bend your elbows, lower your forehead, tuck your toes. Inhale to the top of a push-up. Press up and back to downward dog. Lift the hips high and press those heels down. Relax your head, just let it hang, breathe deeply. Good. As you inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Plant your left foot now flat on your yoga mat. Walking your left foot back as far as it'll go, line up your right heel with your left arch. Good. We're going to lead with our left hand now. Inhale, windmill it up into your warrior two. So as you come up, stack your shoulders over your hips, your right knee over your right ankle. Look down that right arm now. Drawing the low belly in, lengthen through the crown of the head. Sit your hips a little lower if you can. Hug the muscles of the upper arms in a little closer to the bone. Turn your palms up to the sky, relax those shoulders down, and then turn your palms back down to the ground. Pull back slightly with those left fingers, ensuring that you're not leaning over your front leg. On the inhale, straighten your right leg. Walk the left foot just a little closer so you can slide your left heel back. And now start to lean over that straight right leg, tipping into your triangle. As the right hand comes down, the left hand reaches up to the sky. Can you look at that left thumb? If it's hurting the neck, you can look out to the left or down to your right big toe. Balance the weight evenly between your 2 feet. Breathe deeply. Good. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, look down. Start to bring your hands down to the ground as you bend the right knee and come on to the left toes. Right foot joins the left. Press back to downward dog. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up, and as you exhale, step your left foot forward. Plant the right foot now flat. Line up the left heel with the right arch. Walk your right foot back as far as it'll go. Bend deeply into the left knee, getting knee over ankle. On the inhale, we're gonna windmill it up into our warrior two. Bend deeply into that left knee. Look down that left arm. Relax the shoulders down, away from the ears. Hug the muscles of the upper arms in a little closer to the bone. Sit your hips a little deeper if you can. And then reach back through those right fingers. Turn your palms up to the sky. Pull the shoulders down and then turn those palms back down to the ground. Keeping those hips and shoulders both facing the right as you bend deeply into that left knee. Good. On your next inhale, straighten your left leg, shorten the stance just a little bit so you can slide your right heel back a little bit further. Start to reach out over that left leg, tipping into your triangle. Can you look up at your right thumb? If it's too much, look out to the right or down to that left big toe. Keep breathing deeply here. Good. Take another inhale. As you exhale, look down. Start to lower your right hand down, bending your left knee so you can plant both palms. Come onto your back toes. Step the left foot back to join the right, and then hips to the sky. Press the heels down. Good. Inhale, high on the toes, soften the knees, look forward, and walk, step, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, take the flat back. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up. Look forward and lean over to your right. Keep your chest pointing straight ahead. Keep your hips pointing straight ahead. Good. Can you push your left hip out to the left just a little bit further? Inhale, come through center. As you exhale, change sides. Compressing the left side. Good. Try not to let your left shoulder fall back behind you. Push your right hip out to the right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. Hands are shoulder distance apart. So separate your hands, look forward. So look forward. Look forward. Good. Inhale, lift your heels. Come high up on your toes, trying to balance the weight across all 10 of your toes at the same time. Focus the eyes. Good. Maybe you can inhale, come up just a little higher. Exhale, lower your heels down. Heel toe your feet together so your big toes touch. Maintain a little space between those heels and start to bend your knees. Sit down into that imaginary chair. Tuck the tailbone just slightly, pull the low belly in, squeeze your legs together. See if you can keep your hands shoulder distance apart here. Can you look up between those palms? Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, look forward. Keep the knees bent, lift the heels off the ground. Maybe just a little bit, maybe a lot. Take another full inhale, and as you exhale, lower your heels down to the ground. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up, look up, exhale, and fold all the way down. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Take a grip on the calves or the ankles. Pull yourself down. Good. Release the grip that you have. Separate your feet to hip distance width apart and take a clasp of your hands behind your back now. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you straighten the arms. So your feet are now hip distance apart. Start to draw those knuckles up to the sky and then start to pull the arms over the head. Lift your hips away from your heels. Imagine that you could get the crown of your head down towards the space between your feet. So relax your head here. Go ahead, take another inhale, stretch the arms just a little further as you exhale. Relax the arms down. Bend your knees and hang in a rag doll for just a few moments. Give the head a little shake as though saying no. And then nod the head as though motioning yes. And then relax the head. Good. Let's plant the palms on the ground. Step back to the top of a push-up. Set your knees down. Widen your knees as you bring your big toes together and let your hips fall all the way back to your heels. Relax down to your forearms. Let your head hang heavy. Good. As you inhale, lift the head. Slowly come up onto your palms, bringing your shoulders forward over your wrists, bringing your knees back into a hip distance. Bring your right knee to the outside edge of your right wrist. Just your knee to the outer wrist. And once your knee is at the outer edge of your right wrist, start to wiggle your right foot towards your left wrist. So maybe it only moves an inch, maybe it comes right up. Find your edge here. So don't lower your hips down just yet. So once your knee is forward and your foot is forward, rise to your fingerprints, curl your left toes under. Lifting your knee, look back and make sure that your hip and your ankle are in line with one another, and then walk the knee back and then the foot back and then the knee and the foot and the knee and the foot. So we've tried to get those hips now as low as they'll go. Flex your right foot a little bit. So spread those right toes. Keeping that right foot active and engaged, can you walk your hands back a little more? Lifting your chest. So your left knee is on the ground here. Chest is lifted, crown of the head extending up to the sky. Take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, come down into Sphinx with the upper body. So bring your forearms parallel to one another. Pull your chest towards the water if you're facing the water, or otherwise just pull the chest forward. Now lift the chin away from the chest. Close your eyes and lift your left knee now off the ground. Keep working to elongate your body here, pressing back through the left heel, extending forward with the chest, with the heart. Keep flexing that right foot, spreading the toes, and take one more inhale. Exhale, lower your left knee. Keep your toes curled under. Start to take your elbows out a little bit. Start to lower your chest. And once you've lowered your chest, see if you can determine if you have the ability to walk your right foot closer to your left elbow. Maybe just a 1/4 inch. If it can't go any further and you're good where you are, maybe make a pillow with your hands or your fists and rest your forehead onto those hands. Keep spreading those right toes. Keep your left toes curled under, please, to start. So you're still active through both of your feet. Try to keep that left ankle directly behind that left hip. Now very slowly untuck your left toes. Point your left toes straight back behind you and see if you can slide that foot a little further back. Try not to let that foot sickle and turn to the right at all. And just take a few more deep breaths here. Opening up that right hip, that right buttock, and that left hip flexor. Try to hold steady in your pose. Good. On your next inhale, just starting to lift the head slowly, press into those forearms, slowly lifting the chest, coming all the way up. So walk your hands back. We're going to lean into our right hip now. Take that left leg all the way around in front of you and extend your left leg straight out. Let's pull the left foot, or pardon me, the right foot to the inner left thigh. And try to keep facing that extended left leg with your chest. Good. Flexing both of your feet. Let's inhale, lift both arms all the way up. And as you exhale, start to fold over that left leg. When you can't go any further, take a grip. Maybe on the toes, maybe on the ankle, maybe on the calf. Now level your shoulders out, soften to your furthest place, and let your head just go. Keep flexing both of your feet. Push out through that left heel and drag your heart towards your toes. Good. As you inhale, look forward. As you exhale, reach forward. And let's inhale, come all the way up. Palms turn out as you circle the arms down. Lift your right knee up. Cross the right leg over the left leg and place your heel just beside that left knee. So don't try to bring the foot too close to the hip. Try to keep the foot down by the knee. Pull those left toes back. Hold on to your right knee with your left hand, and let's inhale, float the right arm up to the sky, turn the palm out, circle the arm back and down, and then walk your hand in towards you, bringing it in line with your spine. Pull your left toes back. So keeping that left leg active, let's inhale, lift the left arm to the sky, drop that straight arm to the outside of the right leg, and begin to spiral your chest, and then your head, and then finally your eyes turn as far to the right as they'll go. Glue the sole of that right foot down to the ground. Pull those left toes towards you. Press into the right hand to grow longer through your spine, and use your left arm as leverage to help you move deeper into the twist. Good. Take another inhale, grow to your tallest. Exhale, twist to that furthest place, and then inhale, look forward. Return to center. Walk both hands around to the left and just look over that left shoulder. Coming back to center. Bring your right foot around towards your right hip. Bend your left leg. Come onto your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes under, and let's stretch it out in down dog for a moment. Lift those hips high. Push your chest back. Inhale, lift your right leg up, bend your right knee, stack your right hip over your left hip. So without lifting your right shoulder, draw your right heel towards your left buttock. So keep your chest square to the earth. Inhale, straighten out your legs, square your hips off, and slowly lower your right foot next to your left. Push your chest gently back. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower your knees down to the ground. And now we do the exact same thing, but on the other side. So you're gonna bring your left knee just up to the outside of the left wrist. Try not to lower your hips yet. So once your knee comes forward, wiggle your foot forward. So how close to your right hand can you get that left foot to go? When it won't go any further, so you want your left knee on the ground as you do this. You're gonna rise to your fingerprints. You're gonna curl your right toes under. Make sure that your ankle and your hip are in line, and then just start to walk the knee and the foot back and the knee and the foot until that right leg can't go back anymore. Keep your toes tucked and flex your left foot a little bit here. Walk your hands back as much as possible, lifting through the crown of your head, lengthening your spine. Draw in to center, draw in through the low belly. Take one more inhale, and then lower down to your forearms. Pull the heart forward, lift the chin, lift through the crown of the head, and now pick up your right knee and straighten your back leg. Close your eyes. So we're just in this really active part of our pigeon for a few breaths. Hold steady. Go ahead, take another deep breath in, and with your exhale, just set your right knee down. Keep your toes curled under though. Start to widen your elbows. Can you wiggle your left foot a little closer to your right arm? And then keeping that flex to the left foot, start to relax your head down. And if your head doesn't make it to the ground, use your hands or your fists as a little pillow to rest your head on. Keep flexing that left foot just a little bit, keeping that foot active. Keep your right toes tucked. And now very slowly untuck your right toes, point your right toes straight back behind you, and see if you can slide that foot a little further back. Don't let your toes turn to the left at all. Keep them pointing straight back. Good. On your next inhale, just start to lift your head up slowly, pressing up to your palms, walking your hands back towards you. Now we're going to lean into our left hip and left buttock and let that right leg come all the way around. And as you point that right foot forward, place your left foot to your inner thigh, but keep square to that extended right leg with both your hips. Flex both feet. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, fold over that leg. Take a gentle grip, whatever you can reach. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Drag your heart towards your toes. And then relax your head all the way down. Level out your shoulders and close your eyes. So as you hold on to your leg, you're pulling your chest towards your toes. Keep pulling your toes back towards your chest. Flex both of the feet. Inhale, lift the chin and look forward. Exhale, reach the arms forward, and we inhale all the way up. Palms open, and we circle the arms down. Now let's bring the left knee up. Take that left heel to the outside of that right knee. Glue the sole of that left foot down. Pull your right toes back. And now hold on to your left knee with your right hand. And let's inhale, sweep the left arm to the sky, turn the palm out, circle the arm back and down. Now walk your hand towards you. Try not to turn yet, so you're still facing this way. Pull your right toes back. Push into your left hand. Let it become like a second spine. Now we inhale that straight right arm up. Take the straight right arm to the outside of that leg and begin to spiral your chest to the left, your head, and then finally your eyes. Pull your right toes towards you. Glue that left foot down and breathe here. If you find yourself distracted, just close your eyes. Press down into that left hand. With every inhale, try to grow the spine taller. Use that right arm as leverage to help you move further into your twist. Good. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, twist to your furthest. Inhale, look forward, and return to center. Let's counter twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder, and then come back to center. Good. Send that left leg out. Give those legs a gentle shake. Good. And then think about how you would like to take your body and invert it. So are you working on your headstand? Are you working on your shoulder stand? Are you working on legs up in the air? Are you working on legs and arms up in the air? What is your body asking for this morning? And if it's really going, I don't want to do this one particular pose, then that's probably the pose you should be working on. So kind of listen in. We have that tendency to always avoid certain things because they're uncomfortable. If you need my assistance in anything, I can do it verbally for you. So find what feels right for you. Make sure your setup is clean and safe. If you're working in shoulder stand, making sure that you're not turning your head to look around once you've come into the pose. If you're working into headstand, always making sure you're pulling your shoulders up and back away from those ears, keeping the neck long, keeping your body safe at all times. I think your head needed to be a little further forward, Jayashri. Make sure that all 3 points are the same distance apart. Really important there. So bring your head forward now. Forward. Yeah, there you go. So your elbows are right over your wrists. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Keep squeezing your elbows in, and then try it again. So try to keep your toes on the ground as you walk those feet in. And if you can set your knees down, your toes haven't even left the ground yet. And then once you feel steady, maybe the toes can come up. Good. If you're working in headstand, you can take variation. If you're working in shoulder stand, take 2 more breaths and then take your plow. Making sure after you come out of shoulder stand, headstand, you're taking 3 to 5 breaths in child's pose. And you can also take the stretch of rabbit after your headstand to give your neck a nice stretch. Are you familiar with rabbit? So thighs together. Take your head as close to your knees as you can get it. Grab your heels. And then inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. And feel that stretch in the neck as you roll towards the back of the head. Good. If you're working in your plow, keep pressing the backs of the knees open. And after 2 more breaths, you can start to roll out onto your back. Once you've taken time in child's pose and rabbit, after your headstand, you can also lie down onto your back, and we're all going to meet there. We're going to plant the feet directly in front of the buttocks, hip distance width apart. So your knees are right over top of your ankles. Turn your big toes in just a little bit. And now press your palms down to the ground. Arms are right beside you. Press that low back down. So Patty, bring your feet a little closer together for me. Just a little bit. Good. On an inhale, lift your hips to the sky. Don't widen your knees though, just to get your hips higher. Can you walk your hands closer together? Can you clasp your hands and roll one elbow at a time even further under the body? And now press the length of both your arms down to the ground. If your wrists are leaving the floor, be gentle with your wrists. Press your palms flat to the earth instead. Magda, bring your knees in a little bit. Squeeze those knees in. Press into your big toes and your inner heels. Good. Inhale those hips up even higher. Come onto your toes. Send your arms to a T and roll your back down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Flatten your low back towards the ground. And now inhale, tilt the pelvis forward so your low back arches off the ground, and then exhale, flatten it again. Inhale, tilt. So you're not lifting your hips off the ground, you're literally just moving that pelvis back and forth. And then relax to neutral. Take your legs and extend them out in front of you. Slide your arms underneath your body one at a time, thumb next to thumb so your palms are facing down. So you're going to be sitting on your arms. So John, you want your arms all the way underneath you. So try to bring your elbows now underneath you by puffing up your chest. Can you walk your hands down the back of the legs a little bit towards the backs of the knees? Your chest is puffing up a little bit. Now on an inhale, you're going to point your toes and spread them. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, look towards your navel. Push your heart right up to the sky and start to relax your head all the way back, lowering gently to the top of your head. So let your head rest on the ground. And then press into those arms and really try to push your heart towards the sky. Keep spreading your toes. Keep breathing deeply. Good. Take an inhale, lift the head just enough to clear the earth, tuck the chin, lower the head down, release the arms out from underneath you. Draw your knees into your chest, hug them in with your hands, and rock from side to side. Massage your back. Good. Come back to center. Bring your arms to a T. Press your palms down to the ground. Flexing your feet, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, release your legs over to the right. So arms to a T. Relax your feet down to the ground. Turn your head all the way to the left. Check in that your hands aren't way up higher than your shoulders. We want those hands down, encouraging the shoulders down, away from the ears. Palms can face the earth or the sky above you. Try to relax right now through the low back area as much as you can. Soften your face, relax your jaw. Maybe you want to try squeezing your knees in a little closer to your chest now, deepening that stretch. Maybe you'd like to take the weight of your right hand, placing it to the outside of that left knee or thigh. Try to keep that head turned to the left as your knees and your hips turn to the right. And just breathe. Relax. Good. Take another really long, slow, deep breath in. Open the mouth as you exhale, let it all go. Press your palms down and inhale, head and knees to center. Exhale to change sides. So as your legs go to the left, your head is turning to the right. Palms up or down, your choice as you relax here. Take a couple breaths. Let your body just start to relax slowly. Maybe your knees can come in a little closer to your chest or up closer to that left arm. Maybe you're adding the weight of the left hand now to that right knee or thigh. Just letting gravity pull you down. Shoulders are heavy. The low back is relaxed and soft. The facial muscles are soft as well. Good. Take another really long, slow, deep breath in. Fill, fill, fill. Open the mouth. Let all of that air go. Press down into both palms and inhale back to center. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Wrap the hands around those legs. And inhale, draw your forehead up towards your knees. Start to squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. We're going to take another deep breath in, start to scrunch up the face, the scalp, the arms, shoulders, the whole body. Squeeze and release. Lower your head and your feet. Make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. So try to have your feet a little wider than your hips. We did some work in those hips today, so don't bring your legs too close together. Let gravity just sort of pull your feet out to the sides. Turn your palms up to the sky. Draw the chin down towards the chest. Relax the body. Toes and feet are relaxed. Legs and hips are relaxed. The legs are relaxed. Relax the length of your spine. Relax your chest and your belly. The torso is relaxed. Relax your fingers and your hands. Relax your arms and your shoulders. The hands and the arms are relaxed. Relax the neck. Relax the face. Relax the scalp. Relax the brain. The neck and the head are relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. Relaxed. Start to breathe deeper in and out through your nose. And as you continue to breathe deeply, just start to awaken the body, starting with your fingers and your toes. Moving into the wrists and the ankles. And just letting your head turn from side to side. Nice and slow, bring your head back to center and let your legs now slide together. Stretch your arms over your head and take a long, deep breath in. Stretch the body out one last time and then relax the arms down to your sides. Draw your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. Roll over onto your right side and pause here for just a moment. And then press your way slowly up to seated, keeping your eyes closed as best you can. Bring your palms together, your hands to your heart, and bow your chin toward your chest. Thanking yourself for this gift of yoga here on your Sunday morning. Sending a silent thank you out to those who joined you. Thankful that we have this beautiful riverfront to practice at. And we end our practice now this morning with the chanting of Om. Join me if you would like. Take a deep breath in. The divine light within me graciously acknowledges that same divine light within you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you have any questions, let me know.